The POCO brand is known for giving us the best price to performance offering with their flagship devices. We're talking about the POCO F series, and based on our last year's review of the F5 and F5 Pro, we expect the same with the next generation. Sup peeps, Earl here, hosting you for today while the Yuga Tech team is in Dubai attending the POCO F series global launch. But we have a treat for you, and it is the POCO F6 Pro. Before anything else, if you're looking for our review of the base model POCO F6, you can check it out here, somewhere there. Don't worry, we'll also leave links to the full written review of both. So, let's move along and start with the POCO F6 Pro. The first time we held the device, it felt lighter than its spec sheet suggests. The premium feel is adequate for its price but not on par with more expensive smartphones with similar specifications. The aluminum sides has a gentle curvature, making the device easier to hold and more comfortable than smartphones with flat sides and sharp edges. The device feels premium in the hand. Only antenna bands are on the left side while the power and volume buttons and additional antenna bands are on the right. These buttons offer good tactile feedback for this price range. At the back, you will see 4 circles housing the 3 rear cameras and the flash, arranged in a rectangular design with POCO branding and a 50-megapixel OIS text. Our unit is the white variant featuring matte finish glass back with a unique design similar to marble tiles. The phone is available in 2 colors, white and black. The bottom of the phone has a dual SIM slot, a Type-C port, and a speaker. The top houses an IR blaster, which can be handy in emergencies such as losing the remote for your air conditioner or other home appliances, and a secondary microphone. At the front, there's a large AMOLED display with thin bezels. However, I wish the bottom bezel were thinner to be symmetrical with the other side. Additionally, the POCO F6 Pro is rated for IP54 dust and splash resistance. It has rubber flaps in the SIM tray port as well. The POCO F6 Pro greets you with a 6.67-inch AMOLED display featuring a refresh rate of up to 120Hz. Notably, the refresh rate has only 2 modes, 60Hz and 120Hz, dropping to 30Hz when the screen is locked. I prefer the flat display over the curved screen found on other phones, as it provides a better user experience and easier to put tempered glass protection if you are the type of user who puts glass protection in the display. You can adjust the display to 1080p to conserve battery life, but I keep mine at the highest resolution to take full advantage of its capabilities. The display offers a maximum brightness of 1200 nits, which, while not the brightest available, is certainly usable outdoors. Viewing angles are excellent even from extreme positions. However, POCO has not specified the brand of glass used for the POCO F6 Pro. In terms of audio, the POCO F6 Pro features a stereo speaker setup with one speaker located at the top earpiece and another at the bottom. They deliver loud sounds, but the separation of sounds is somewhat lacking for my taste. The POCO F6 Pro includes 2 biometric authentication options, an in-display fingerprint sensor and face unlock. The face unlock feature allows for registering up to 2 faces, while the fingerprint sensors can store up to 5 fingerprints. Face unlock is fast but less secure than the fingerprint sensor, which is more secure but slower in terms of unlocking the device. Additionally, the fingerprint scanner doubles as a heart rate sensor, providing results comparable to a smartwatch. The POCO F6 Pro features a triple rear camera setup, a 50-megapixel main camera with 1.6 aperture, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera with 2.2 aperture, and a 2-megapixel macro camera with 2.4 aperture. We would have preferred a telephoto lens instead of a 2-megapixel macro camera for greater versatility. The camera app is straightforward and offers various modes: Pro, Documents, Night, Video, Portrait, and Camera. It operates smoothly with minimal shutter lag. Daylight shots from the main camera are impressive and perfect for social media. However, the default settings tend to over-sharpen images and produce high-contrast photos. While some users may like this effect, but we prefer more natural colored photos. The ultra-wide camera performs well for capturing architecture in confined spaces. However, it struggles in low-light conditions, often producing muddy images. Night photography on the POCO F6 Pro is commendable, especially with the main camera. It captures clear and detailed photos even in low-light environments. However, the ultra-wide sensor does not perform as well in these conditions. The front-facing 16-megapixel selfie camera produces sharp photos but requires good lighting to achieve the best results. The rear camera can record videos up to 8K at 30 frames per second, while the front camera supports 1080p at 30 frames per second. Video quality from the rear camera is excellent in good lighting, and the optical image stabilization effectively smooths out the video recording. Overall, the POCO F6 Pro offers a solid camera experience. Its main and ultra-wide cameras excel in daylight and in well-lit environments, while the main sensor's night photography is impressive. The selfie camera and video recording capabilities make this a versatile and reliable camera setup regardless of the shooting needs you might need. The POCO F6 Pro runs on the new Xiaomi HyperOS, which is essentially very similar to MIUI but tailored for global markets. It is based on Android 14 but still retains the familiar MIUI feel. As with many MIUI devices, this software has numerous bloatware, even if you deselect recommended apps during setup. While these bloatware apps are easy to uninstall, it's still an extra step for the user. HyperOS offers extensive customization options to tailor the device for your personal preferences. You can adjust the lock style, always-on display, icons, fonts, wallpaper carousel, and even notification effects. Additionally, there is a theme store that allows you to change the entire look of your phone with a single click. This store features a wide variety of free themes, and you can also mix and match icons and wallpapers from different themes to create a custom look. The overall feel of HyperOS is fluid with smooth animation on certain icons and other parts of the interface. As per our experience, we prefer the vanilla Android experience found on Pixel phones, although it offers fewer features compared to HyperOS. One useful feature of this OS is the ability to have dual apps for messaging apps, which is great if you need to log into multiple social media accounts. There's also a built-in app lock that requires a separate password from your lock screen, allowing you to let others use your phone without worrying about them accessing confidential apps or information. Additionally, this phone supports L1 widevine, enabling you to stream Netflix in HDR quality. There are occasional ads within the OS, a common experience for POCO and Xiaomi users. Nothing new, so let's move along. Other noteworthy features include the sidebar, which functions like an app drawer that you can swipe from the left side of the screen. Clicking an app in the sidebar will launch it in a floating window, enhancing multitasking capabilities. The POCO F6 Pro is powered with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, a flagship processor that provides an experience nearly identical to the newer Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. This chipset is paired with 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 1TB of internal storage, resulting in a smooth and fluid overall experience whether you're performing everyday tasks like browsing social media or playing graphically intensive games. So yeah, props to POCO for putting a beast config on this phone. We tested the phone with games like Mobile Legends, Nitros, and MU Online for several hours. The performance was lag-free, maintaining a stable 120Hz refresh rate with graphics settings at maximum. However, the phone tends to heat up more than other devices with similar chipsets. As expected, the POCO F6 Pro scored big time in our benchmark test with Antutu score crossing the 1.5 million points. The POCO F6 Pro is equipped with all connectivity features, Wi-Fi 7 support, dual SIM 5G, and Bluetooth 5.3, NFC, and GPS. And in terms of battery performance, we managed to drain the battery from 100% to 20% in 5 hours and 44 minutes of continuous gameplay, which is impressive considering the screen brightness was set to 80%. In our PC Mark battery test, the device managed to last a decent 10 hours and 50 minutes and another 18 hours and 45 minutes in our standard video loop test. The POCO F6 Pro offers 4 battery modes. First, performance mode. This mode is rarely needed since the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 can handle most heavy tasks without hiccups. Second, the balance mode. This is the default setting out of the box. Third, the battery saver. This mode restricts system app activities, freezes background apps, and might affect notification. It turns off background services and features such as sync, 5G network, and haptic feedback. Use this mode when you want to extend battery life while maintaining a normal user experience. And lastly, the Ultra Battery Saver. This mode restricts most power-consuming features and significantly reduces the device's performance to basic phone functions like SMS and calls. It's useful when you can't find a power source to charge your device. Given the POCO F6 Pro's battery capacity, these modes may be rarely needed. The battery is sufficient to last a day or even 2 under normal use. Additionally, the device supports 120 watts fast charging, which can charge the battery fully in just 30 minutes. But hear this, if you activate the boost charging speed feature, you can fully charge the phone in just 20 minutes. As of making this video, the price of the POCO F6 Pro has not yet been announced, but the company hints that it will be in the range of $600 US. We'll put the exact retail price in the comment section when we get them. So, we now come to our conclusion of this review. POCO continues to be a strong player in the affordable yet flagship smartphone category, and the POCO F6 Pro is a strong testament to this. Flagship level chipset, 16GB of RAM, 1TB of storage, great display, ultra fast charging. It's everything a gamer would want in a phone that's only priced at half the usual contenders. Once again, the POCO F series is breaking the mold and beating expectations. That's where the POCO F6 Pro currently stands. It's far from perfect, but it sure as hell is one of our bets for best bang for the buck phone this year. So, what do you think of the POCO F6 Pro? And if you find this video helpful and informative, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X, and visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Earl, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!